Wait, did you actually think he was gone? Like, gone? Because honestly, look me in the eyes and tell me you didn't spend 3 weeks refreshing leaks, hoping for a single pixel of white hair. What if the strongest sorcerer in history didn't just lose to a world-cutting slash? What if Satoru Gojo is still breathing? Put the tissues down, guys, because today we're rewriting the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen. The reality check. Look, we all know the deal. Chapter 236 was a collective fever dream. 1 minute Gojo is winning, the next, well, he's meeting his old friends at the airport. It was brutal, right? It didn't just break the internet, it broke the entire power scale of the series. Without him, the world basically fell into a meat grinder. But let's play God for a second. Let's say Shoko Ieiri, being the absolute MVP she is, somehow pulls off the impossible. Or maybe Gojo, in that split second of becoming two, finally understands the core of cursed energy on a level even Sukuna couldn't grasp. The shift in power. If Gojo stands back up, everything changes. Instantly. Think about the pressure in the air. If Gojo is alive, Sukuna isn't just fighting a gauntlet of brave kids. He's back to being the hunted. The psychological damage alone? Chef's kiss. Imagine Sukuna's face when he realizes his perfect win was just a temporary setback. But here's the thing. If Gojo is still in the game, does Yuji ever get his moment? That's the tragedy of it. As much as we love Gojo, his presence is like a giant eclipse. He overshadows everyone. If he stays alive, maybe Megumi gets saved 10 chapters earlier, sure. But does Yuji ever find that inner, benevolent shrine? Or his own domain? Probably not. He'd go back to being the little brother who needs protection. And honestly, after everything Yuji has been through, he deserves to be the hero, not just a sidekick to the blue-eyed wonder. The rematch of the century. Picture this. Sukuna is about to close his domain on a battered Yuji and Yuta. The screen goes white. A familiar voice just says, "Yo, did you miss me?" The hype would be illegal. I'm talking about a Gojo who is no longer the strongest because of his birthright, but a Gojo who has stared into the abyss and come back with something new. A version of him that doesn't care about Honored One nonsense anymore. He just wants to see his students graduate. Imagine a scene where Gojo just sits down next to a frustrated Megumi, hands him a Kikufuku mochi and says, "Sorry I'm late. I had to take a quick nap in the afterlife. It's overrated, by the way." Would it actually be better? Now I know what you're thinking. If Gojo lives, the story is fixed. But is it? Think about it. Jujutsu Kaisen is a series about the new generation surpassing the old. If Gojo keeps holding the ceiling up, the floor never gets built. If he stays alive, the Jujutsu higher-ups probably stay in power, the cycle of loneliness continues, and Gojo remains trapped in that strongest cage forever. Maybe his death was the only way for Satoru Gojo to finally just be Satoru. At the end of the day, do I want him back? My heart says, absolutely, yes, please, I'll pay money. But my brain says his exit was the spark that forced everyone else to become legends. So what do you think? Would Gojo surviving have saved the world? Or would it have just ruined the stakes of the final battle? Let me know in the comments. And please, keep the Gojo is coming back next chapter cope to a minimum. Or don't. I'm right there with you.